Okay, what's up, guys? Today we're going to be telling a story about a kid who actually gets caught cheating on a test. So right here, it's just this kid. He's sitting in class on his phone a little bit. But then the teacher announces a pop quiz right after their homework. Like, they're explaining the homeworks to make it a little easier. So this is just like first grade. So that's the first year you actually start having like tests. And it was a computer test. And they were still at tables in first grade. You don't really have like desks until second grade. So they're sitting at a table. So they're like all close together. And this kid, let's call this kid that cheats, his name, let's call him Gary. So Gary didn't know what, because he was just on his phone texting his girlfriend. So his girlfriend is another person. It's at the other table. I guess the teacher doesn't know. Because they would probably be like, hey, get off your phone. Because you know how like teachers are. They let us down. But they were both texting, and that's just disrespectful to text while someone's talking. So he didn't hear it, and then they said let the test start. All the other kids. So let's call the subscriber who submitted this story. How about let's call him TJ. So TJ was the very smart kid that I was explaining about. So I was explaining about TJ. He's actually, some kids call him a nerd, some haters do, but other kids like it because they're smart. So this is just first grade. It's a little intense for first grade, but this generation's just, yeah. So when he does that, he doesn't know anything on the test. So the smart kid finishes in like 2 minutes, because you know how they are. So they actually use them as an example on a piece of paper. She redid it. So TJ redid it on a piece of paper, and they hung it up on the whiteboard to show the class, and then they watched a tutorial on the screen, the TV, the big screen they have. So so that's what happened, and then he didn't know the answer, so he just copied off of her. So he got a perfect score. He passed. This is the one that determines if you're going to second grade or not. And the teacher said, okay, you're going to second grade, and that's awesome for him. But little does he know, the story's getting crazy. So by the time it's about recess, right after it, the teacher says, come over here, when he's playing basketball at recess. And he didn't know there was cameras in the classroom, and she could pull it up on her computer, and he watched him do that. And then he gets so angry, he actually says, let me go to the bathroom, and the teacher was scared at this point. So we got X11, we're getting some coins. And so she was just like, yes. And then he actually floods the toilet. Then there's pipes up above. They start the ceiling. TJ he starts to see the ceiling panels just drop. They're dropping actually. And he raised his hand saying, teacher. So let's call the teacher Mrs. Brown. So Mrs. Brown was like, yes, TJ, and TJ was like, he pointed towards the ceiling, and the teacher was like, okay, let's announce this on the intercom. She has a little microphone. No, she doesn't have a microphone. She announces on her walkie-talkie at volume 10, so the entire school, like all the workers could hear that. So like they started getting inside, like they started getting outside the building because the water was actually like dripping out now of the ceiling. So now kids are like starting to cry and like it's starting to get insane. And all the teachers are like, silence! But all the kids just can't stop crying. So like now it's like everyone's freaking out. But then there's like, then there's just like the nerdy kids that are being like, calm down, like, just that. Yeah, so yeah, the teacher finds out about this and he gets sent to detention. So detention says this is so bad, he comes to jail. The police car comes. The police car has Bob and Alex in there, because Alex from the last story, this has actually been a year, so he like has graduated. He's a police officer now, like, so like good for him. So he's like, I remember when someone did something like this. It was on 149 Legacy Gaming Story. And you're probably on it. And he said, yeah, I am on 149 Legacy Gaming Story. So the cops come, he's in jail, and then his mom gets the notification by his principal. And he doesn't just get, and she actually said, we set you up. And the kid was in shock. And he got let out of the prison cell. He was still going to the bathroom in his trash toilet with no real phone. Well, people these days don't consider it a real phone. It was just some dumb household. So the house phone was there. He was about to call his mom until she came in there, and she came back. So the lesson of this is don't cheat on tests, because if you do, you could end up in jail. So you just have to finish this gameplay. Okay, so bye and peace out. Peace. Peace.